One of the most intractable issues every city faces is having or building enough affordable housing, from taking care of low-income families to ensuring a city's workforce can actually live there. Each of the 5 candidates for mayor of Richmond told CBS 6 in public forums they have a plan.
And so what we have is a challenge really breaking down who is this housing for. When you look at Scott's addition to Manchester, they weren't planned by the city. We responded and followed development, converting warehouses into apartments that they then wanted to add some density to. And so we didn't have a sidewalk plan, a street management plan, a traffic plan, a parking plan, or affordability. And so when you think about as we've matured, it's now time that we invest in those investments to make sure we're partnering with developers to build the affordability, because 50% AMI is a really expensive price point, and that's for working families. That's about a $55,000 a year salary. That's a starting wage for a teacher, firefighter, and police officer. And if we're not building housing for them, then we're not supporting our workforce.
Right now, the city's budget this year is about $3 billion all in. And this year, to invest in housing, we're going to be borrowing $10 million to invest in a trust fund. $10 million in a budget of $3 billion. That does not sound to me like a commitment to solving what is arguably the city's most pressing problem. That is my strong belief. I think we need a mayor who is going to say, I am willing to partner with anyone to solve this problem, and we're not going to do it alone. We're not going to do it without partnering with our neighbors in Henrico and Chesterfield.
The incentive, the tax credit, that's been a part of how we work with our developing partners, so that there is a win on their end as well. And so what I'm seeing is that perhaps we need something that tracks who our partners are. Some type of a database that says this local developer will be doing a development with 30% AMI, 60% AMI, 80% AMI, and at that moment we know how to begin to assess. Because to assess someone at 100% AMI and they're only getting the 30, 60, and 80, somewhere in there someone's going to take a loss.
I will implement affordable housing strategy that includes increasing the city's investment in the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. This will support the development and preservation of affordable housing units across Richmond, ensuring that our residents have access to safe and affordable homes. Our administration will work closely with developers to incentivize the inclusion of affordable units in the new housing projects. We'll streamline an approval process for developments that meet or exceeds the affordability targets.
I think for almost every developer I've talked to, there is both a desire to help the city grow and a reality that they want to make a profit. And so I think that it is a simple arithmetic problem that every developer is presented with. And so the city's role there is to do the math and figure out what are the ways that we can support the building of affordable housing, for example, by providing money at a lower interest rate than they may be able to get on the open market. And if we can do that, and if we can shrink the total cost to the developer, that can actually produce more affordable housing.
All 5 candidates will be together this Tuesday as they make their pitch to voters right here on CBS 6. That's when we'll be broadcasting the Citizens Debate Forum. I'll have the honor of moderating that debate, and our Reba Hollingsworth will be one of the panelists. The debate will be airing live that night at 7 p.m. You can catch it on television, or WTVR.com we will be streaming it.